Yo, what's going on, guys? Black Halo here. Today we are going to be going over the patch 7.5 notes, reviewing them, running them down. You already know what the deal is here. Let's go ahead and get right on into it. First on the list for champion updates and nerfs and stuff like that and buffs in particular is Aatrox, and his health costs have been reduced. Bloodwell now gives a large buff when filled. Now, they're not kidding when they say this gives a large buff. Now, let's go ahead and get into these changes. Now, his passive has been updated quite a bit. Aatrox now fills his Bloodwell through abilities, which is basically the same thing as it was before. When he reaches 100%, Bloodwell begins to drain over 4 seconds, giving him Blood Rush for the duration. So, basically, when you fill up that bar, it starts going down, and this is what you get. You get 25% base attack damage and an extra 20 to 50% attack speed depending on his level. Upon taking fatal damage, which is him dying, Aatrox will revive and recover 30% of his maximum health. And his revive cooldown has also gotten shortened by a lot. And yeah, you see the numbers right here, 180 to 120. So I'm guessing this goes down and down as he levels up. So he's going to be reviving a lot. His cost for his Dark Flight, his Q, no longer costs any health. So you can just jump on people without having to worry about any HP getting out of your bar. And it does do a bit less damage. Actually, no, that's a decent amount less damage it does do. But, you know, it doesn't cost any health now. So you can just jump in and do whatever you want. And it fills up some Bloodwell so you can get that extra damage and attack speed buff. So it's gonna really be about using your passive correctly with this champion. And so far, that's a pretty good change. I think he will be a lot more relevant, and I will show you guys why. And basically, for his W, his Bloodthirst / Blood Prince, his heal is going to be slightly more, and it's also going to be healing for more of his missing health. So you guys see the numbers right here, and this has been removed. It no longer triples the health of healing, yeah, while below 50% HP. So it'd be a lot of the times when I'd see an Aatrox go from like 0 to 100 real quick, he literally just heal a lot because of this tripling stat. Now that's no longer a thing, and it doesn't cost any health either. So yeah, that's something to think about. It also does a decent amount less damage, and it scales with less attack damage, but it does fill up 20% of the Bloodwell on proc. So yeah, it's stuff to keep in mind. Alright, so his E, his slow ability, now does not cost 5% of his current health. It only costs 30, which is really not much at all. And it does do a bit more damage later on into the game, and it scales with a bit more attack damage. So yeah, this is going to be something important for just ganking with Aatrox. I think he will be a good jungler if you actually use him correctly. But yeah, his slow is more than 40% at all ranks. It starts at 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50% at max rank. So yeah, that's more CC for him. And his slow duration is a little bit slower, or a little bit less. It's only 2 seconds at all ranks, but you know, I still like these changes overall. Will you see him more in the meta? I think so. I think he will be just a bit of a different champion in a way, and I think he's better like this. Now, Fizz, speaking of something I don't like, or I think it won't be better like this. Actually, no, it doesn't even have any correlation to what I just said. His Q AP ratio has gone up by a bit, and his W's bleed duration is now shorter, but the same amount of damage is on there. And the mark duration for how long you mark them with this ability is up by 2 seconds. So in a way, it's sort of a buff for Fizz. And his ulti got changed as well. I really saw or noticed that his ulti would cling on to targets a lot easier than it was before he got this massive update. And now when fishes reach their target location without attaching to anything, the check for a nearby target to attach is now less generous. So basically what I just said, they're not going to be picking up targets super easily. So a Kindred update, or Kindred passive buff in a way, because now you get more camps marked over a certain amount of time, and you also get them marked for less of a duration. So it's kind of a trade-off when you think about it, because camps will be marked forever, and then it'd be like you'd have to go to them. You basically be forced to go to them. Now it's like you have an option whether or not you want to go for something or not. And it does take time and planning to do, and that's what I think Riot wants to have with Kindred, period. And yeah, possible camps for Wolf's jungle marks have been updated, so it has a specific amount of stacks where you can mark each single jungle camp. So yeah, here this has pretty much gotten changed. The first tier is now just with the Rift Scuttler when you have 0 stacks, and once you get 1 stack, you can go ahead and move on over to the second tier. So it's Rift Scuttler, Crimson Raptor, and Gromp. And third tier, Red Brambleback, Blue Sentinel, Ancient Krug, Greater Mark Wolf with 4, 5, 6, and 7 stacks. And with the fourth tier is pretty much all the strong shit, the Rift Herald, Baron, Elemental Drake, and Elder Dragon. So really the only thing is, as I'm reading this, I'm just thinking like, oh well, if you just take every single Scuttler from Kindred, she's not going to be able to upgrade to these, right? Because you can only get this with 0 stacks since it got changed from getting the Raptors or the Scuttlers. That's just my opinion on it. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So it sort of sucks. You want to prioritize those. Alright, Leblanc's W damage has been reduced, and Q deals a lot more damage to minions. Now, it deals double the damage it used to minions, from 40% to 80%. LeBlanc has been on the patch notes every single time, and she's pretty much been getting nerfs every single time. But this is the buff to her wave clear, and her distortion has gone down by a lot of damage. That's like half. That's more than half. Holy jeez. LeBlanc has been OP, but geez, she is getting hurt and hit every single patch. Jeez, man, that's a lot of damage down, but you know, she's still probably going to be OP. Lucian's Q and W are smoother to cast, and his Q's Piercing Light is changed from a flat 0.35 seconds to 0.4 to 0.25 seconds at levels 1 through 18. So basically it'll get quicker casting this animation as time goes on, so you're going to be able to chain abilities up quicker. And same with his W, that has been changed to a flat 0.25 second cast time. So yeah, it's gonna be able to see, you're gonna see Lucians combo their abilities together quicker. So I do like this change. I do like it. It's kind of an indirect, well, it's not an indirect buff, but it's not buffing any of his damage, you know what I mean? So it's not bad. I like this. Alright, Misfortune is getting a few nerfs. So basically with her Q is the only thing that's getting hit here, not her ulti or anything crazy like that. The bounce base damage has been reduced pretty much halfway from every single mark or level. You know, the total AD ratio that these things bounce, it has been changed from 100% to 85%. So it matches the first hit, as you can see in all of these parentheses. The bounce AP ratio has been nerfed down by 15% as well. Alright, so what they did was they removed the mini crit. So basically when the bounce is dealt 50% damage or increased damage when the first hit killed the target, and then it bounced off to the next person. Yeah, that's going to be changed, and it's called a real crit now, and the bounces can now critically strike, and always critically strike when the first hit kills the target. Damage is affected by crit multipliers. So yeah, basically when you kill a target, it's gonna be more rewarding to actually aim it up and actually, you know, aim it to the actual target you hit. You guys know what I mean if you play MF. I play a decent amount of MF, but really her Q will do more damage if it's behind a low target. So watch out for this thing. Rengar's base armor is now down, and the W monster damage conversion to gray health is also down. So yeah, onto Rise. He has a small nerf as well. His W duration has been reduced, and his E cooldown now scales with ability level, or scales down. So basically it only lasts 0.75 seconds for his root, and power duration has been unchanged, and his spell flux, his E, has been increased, but at max rank it's still the same as it used to be. But I can't believe this was actually flat and straight for every single rank. That's crazy. Alright, on to Varus. His Q deals less damage when it's fully charged, and it has a longer base cooldown, but the cooldown is partially refunded if Q detonates Blight on a champion. So in a way, they're nerfing the damage, but they're rewarding you for actually using his passive and popping blight stacks, and they'll reduce the cooldown by quite a bit. When you actually pop these stacks you have, it'll go back to the regular duration, and yeah, Varus is gonna be Varus. Zyra has a new death animation, so that's a thing. Blade of the Ruined King has a bit of a change. I think this will be stronger on more AD carries now, and I also think that Vayne will particularly benefit from this, and really the total cost has been reduced by 100, and the combined cost is 800 gold. The attack damage on it has been increased by 15, so it's from 25 to 40. The attack speed has been reduced by 15%, so from 40% to 25%. But the lifesteal actually will scale pretty hard compared to other options like BT, and yeah, it's from 10% to 15%. Now, the only thing I do not like about this whole change right here is how the active damage does not scale with a target's max HP as physical damage, basically. So they changed that to just 100 magic damage straight up. So really the active isn't even all that strong. They also removed it healing, so you don't even get health back from this active. So yeah, at least they didn't take away the slow or anything like that. But geez, man, that was quite a nerf to its active. But I do think this will be a good thing for AD carries. I think they wanted to orient this item towards them. And apparently there was a little bug with this. It's not a bug fix, it's a bug fix, these guys. So they actually fixed this. The on hit damage actually matches the whole stat. So yeah. The Edge of Night shield duration has been decreased, so really they nerfed this twice. I believe that all of these item changes are just to help AD carries out in this point in time, because they did say that they would be trying to buff them this patch, but I guess they're postponing that again. The shield duration has been changed from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, and this is just a little reminder from the old patch updates. But if you guys watch my videos, you would already know that this is a thing. But apparently it says mid-patch 7.4 update, so it might have gotten changed. I don't even know. It says mid-patch, so whatever, man. I'm pretty sure I covered this. Alright, the masteries. The new mastery has been changed from Bond of Stone to Stoneborn Pact. So it's being replaced. Allies heal when attacking enemies you've marked with movement impairing effects. What? Wait, this doesn't really make this sentence. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that this sentence does not make sense. Oh well, whatever. Typo, I believe. But yeah, people saying, or Rito saying that, oh yes, it's feeling kind of weak, which Bond of Stone was pretty weak. So let's go ahead and get on to this new mastery. Stone Skin, you gain 5% maximum health. Your movement impairing effects mark enemy champions with an earthen rune. So basically, they'll probably have something that hovers over their head or something like that, or just a little debuff. So whoever, like allied champions who basic attack them for this much, oh, okay, this heals you, alright, over 2 seconds, and the mark lasts 4 seconds. Alright, that's cool. If an enemy is marked by this passive, basically the Stoneborn Pacts, allies heal from the strongest mark that's not their own. Alright, Deathfire Touch, giving it the nerf it definitely deserves. I hate this mastery with a passion, man, especially like people like Jin, Malzahar. Well, not Malzahar, I don't think I don't even know, man. Jin was really annoying with this thing. The bonus AD ratio you get from it is getting nerfed or changed from 60% to 45%. Warlord's Bloodlust has been changed to where it kind of works as Static Shiv does, or Rapid Fire Cannon. It is now energized. Energized attacks gain lifesteal and grant movement speed. So this is going to be crazy for AD carries to move around and stuff like that. Like Caitlyn, she's going to be a beast with this. I imagine Vayne would be crazy with this as well. But yeah, easy access to low risk healing is pretty bad for the early game. Blah blah blah. They're trying to say that, oh yeah, well this isn't optimal for this type of gameplay. This that we want to give marksmen something unique. And yeah, it really shows what Rito is trying to do. But basic attacks no longer gain up to 15% lifesteal based on your missing health, 50% effective against minions for melee champions, 25% for ranged champions. Yeah, this is completely removed. Now the new Passive you get is take my energy. Moving or attacking will make an attack energized. Your energized attacks have lifesteal and grant 30% movement speed for 0.75 seconds. So you get 1% lifesteal at level 1, and you get 50% lifesteal at level 18. So I definitely recommend changing runes and masteries if you haven't already, because there have been quite a bit of mastery changes, especially over these few patches. And summoner spells, Exhaust has finally gotten a nerf, and I was actually pretty surprised when I saw this nerf, because it actually got a pretty decent one. It no longer reduces attack speed at all, and it also doesn't reduce armor and magic resist. So when you get exhausted, you're not going to be completely screwed over. You're just going to be basically slowed. So yeah, people spamming exhaust, it's going to reduce damage dealt to you, obviously, and you're going to have that extra slow. But now I'm going to still be attacking you for the same amount. So yeah, take that. Exhausted lovers, spammers. Recall animations. Older champions didn't have recall animations, and that sucked. By using animations you typically never see anyways, we made it so every champion has a skin and now has a recall. Oh, well, I kind of read that wrong a bit, but yeah, everybody has recall animations just about, and it's crazy. Now people are going to be moving all around. It's fair in a way, and this is a pretty big change. I feel like a lot of bugs will cause, or this will cause a lot of bugs. But you know, Udyr getting the backing animation, you already know that's going to be crazy. I hope they don't make it lame. I really do. If it ain't too, that's gotta be cool. All of the skins for the above champions without skin specific recall animation. Okay, whatever. I didn't even have to read that all that much, but you know, who cares? The sizing for champions, last time we did a pass on sizing was 5.23, quite a while ago. More people are slightly smaller. This shouldn't affect their in-game hitboxes or have any impact on the game. Now, don't take this for what they said. It probably will have an effect on the game. Jin will probably, like, these people will probably have a affected hitbox, but it's not that many champions and skins, so you know. Tooltips, updated in-game tooltips, so it's a bit easier to read, especially for people who are newer to the game. So yeah, it shows the name, how it's an ultimate, like the ability or not, 100 mana, the second cooldown. It really just got separated in a way. It feels a bigger, like this tooltip, like the in-game thingy you hover over for the ability, but you know, it is a little easier to read, I guess. So you know, whatever. Visual clarity adjustments. Now, honestly, this is a buff for Jax because the animations are smoother. Now, you have altered cast frames on Jax's basic attacks to be more visually consistent. So his W in power, it gives a crit animation every time you use it. His counter strike is resized, is less counterintuitive. So the resized counter strike hit particle and did some rotation. I swear to God, Rito must have rushed out this patch like crazy because it did come out pretty soon. Yeah, it's more accurately conveying the range and shape of the effect, and his ultimate, once you get it, it cycles consistently through his different basic attack animations. So really more fluent changes for Jax. I recommend playing him right now because he's pretty strong. I need to do another guide on him too, and I will. Cho'Gath's W has been changed to actually match the cone size. Nocturne's E and R have been a bit indicated better, you know, better animations. Added an indicator for Nocturne to show the tether range. You know, I read that in the wrong order, but you know, we're almost done with this patch. The VFX cleanup, we're cleaning up some of the more distracting visuals in spectator mode and in game. For the most part, we're simply reducing visual noise, such as the lighting particles on Jace's lightning field. Toning down these effects make it easier to track other information at the same time. I agree with this change. I like this because I also think that Talon's E, how you would run around the map, they would, like in spectator mode, there would be like walls that are covered in red outlines, and that would be so ugly. So yeah, rotating game modes, Ascension is now live. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and check out these dates, and yeah, you can go ahead and play Ascension. Earth is gone, so I think it's gone. I don't know, but yeah. the league client update. We've released a beta update that talks about future plans for replacing the legacy client and future development of the client. Check it out here. Yeah. But yeah, they're gonna force you to leave the legacy client. I've currently ditched the thing because, you know, they don't even let me log into the thing. Whenever I try to get onto the legacy client, it just automatically freezes for me. You know, retail, they're forcing you to do things and upgrade. And yeah, these are some notable fixes. And yeah, more bug fixes, a lot of bug fixes, upcoming skins and chromas. And with that being said, this is the end of patch 7.5. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Be sure to check out my other ones if you are not updated with the whole 7 point whatever patch notes and, you know, just season 7 in general. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.